Welcome back, everybody. We're another episode of Earworm. My name is Tim Malone. My friend here, my co-host, young master Zachary, is with me right now. And go ahead, sir.
Greetings, citizens. Want to start this episode real quick. Sorry, Tim, to cut you off.
No, sir.
Started it out by saying that specifically for Pierre Robert. Rest in peace, Pierre Robert,
Oh goodness, I
Philadelphia icon.
didn't even hear about it. Thank you for bringing it up, man.
You didn't hear about this.
No, I didn't.
Breaking news to Timmy here. 40 plus years in the Philadelphia region, WMMR, local guy. I'm going off script here,
Yeah,
but I've always had a little dream in my mind. I have a voice, I think. I've always had this radio kind of tune in my ear. And growing up in this area with, my dad getting me into MMR, especially Preston and Steve, the boys
goodness
over there,
gracious.
they fucking kill it every weekday for 6 plus hours on the radio. They kill it. But Pierre, goddamn man, greetings, citizens. Here we go. Let's do this one from Pierre.
For everybody, our last episode, or I mean, one of our last episodes, we talked about Led Zeppelin, and one of the things I found really nichey over the last decade or so, there were some bands, in my opinion, that wanted to duplicate that sound. They wanted to duplicate, a rock sound from like the late 60s all the way through the early 80s. And we brought up a bunch of bands, Gretta Van Fleet, Rival Sons, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. And you know what? We took that episode that was kind of my I wouldn't say my idea or however it would correlate it. My sort of what we
100% was your idea. Bia,
okay.
Bia. We talking Bia? Come on. Ain't nobody know
Yeah.
Bia.
Branyar Stomp. And like I've seen the majority of these bands, and it was really, really cool in my opinion, in that Zach wasn't even familiar with a few of them and he had to go look them up. So what we did is we just said, "Hey Zach, go listen, man, and then just let us know what your thoughts are to a certain extent, because some of them are, dude, my goodness. I mean, freaking Rival Sons. I surprisingly saw them open up for Greta in Atlantic City with my daughters, and it was one of this is probably the third time I've done this. They came on stage, and I was like this, Zach. I was like,
Did-
I was like, who the hell are these guys?
So when we talked about that song last week, first of all, going back to that, the Led Zeppelin song, blew me away.
Bronyar. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know it. That blew me away. That was a new sound for them. That was really cool. Um, and then you brought all these other bands in, and I kind of looked them up, and Led Zeppelin was a influence for all of those bands. And it
Yes.
was, hey, I'll give it to you, Timmy. Fucking phenomenal pull. All the like Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, which I want to keep saying Motorcycle Society. I don't know I don't know why. But them, Greta Van Fleet, Rival Sons, Kings of Leon, like they're so different but so the same.
Yeah.
And it's because of that influence, and it was really cool. So hats off to Timmy for the pull there.
These guys, I mean, I came across them through just like normal listening and, like normal reading, like I do, like I want to identify like stuff. And they wanted to, like, their sound they wanted to make were for these like stadium concerts. They wanted to do like old school, like 70s, like Zeppelin did and the Stones did in their later years, and like all these like arena rock is what I came across in my own research, Zach. They wanted to duplicate arena rock, and I don't even know if you're familiar with that concept.
So who is this? We're talking about Black Rebel?
No, I'm talking about the all of them.
All of
They,
them. Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So all of them. Yes. Arena Rock. I was familiar with it. I wasn't familiar with the term, I
okay,
guess, until honestly we started doing this thing
yeah,
and you started bringing that up. But yes, I 100% get that. It's that,
big sound.
for lack of a better word, like the big hair rock, like that was also kind of the sound. There's one recently that, oh, something. I'm gonna think of it. I'm gonna bring it up by the end of the episode. I'm gonna bring it up. But there's one that I can remember, and they travel all over the place. They go to fucking East Strasbourg and whatever. They go to all these little tiny places all over the place, and it's that sound. It's like Panther something. I forget, but yeah, they have that 70s look, the big hair. They have the sound, so I get it. I get that arena rock type stuff. And all of them cover it in a different way, though. Like Greta Van Fleet and Kings of Leon. I could see them going to a bigger stadium and selling it out and kind of getting up to the rafters. The other two, Rival Sons, Black Rebel, I could see them doing like the man
Oh, okay,
and
yeah,
but still kind of carrying to the back. They still, all of these guys are super powerful. So
yeah.
I get but like the Black Rebel, the opening to Stop,
Hmm.
super deep, that deep bass.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like I love that sound. But then Rival Sons has the same type of sound.
And
So it's they kind of go hand in hand.
it, dude, one of the cool things about Rival Sons, and I found them surprisingly because they opened up for Greta when I saw them with my
That's
daughters.
unbelievable, by the way.
Oh, and I was just like, who the heck are these guys? And then I did a little research on them. You know where they're from,
Hold
Zach?
on. Hold on. Let me get to my
Now,
notes here. Hold on. Oh shit, I didn't write this down. Go ahead. Hey, Timmy, where are they from?
they're from Long Beach, California. They're from Long Beach, California.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And it doesn't make much sense to me in my mind. Like what? Like who?
Really?
Oh, because I first of all, okay, for the audience and for everybody, I was stationed in Long Beach for a year and a half when I was in the Navy, and I think of like Long Beach, I think of like punk rock, and then if you go a little north or go a little like east, you think it's Compton, it's like that whole NWA scene. And then
So, yeah,
yeah, and these guys came out, and I was
but then
like,
you look at Scott Holiday, who the lead guitarist, and he does some back vocals. He's known for like the way he dresses. He does like the flowers in his hair, the floral print, like
okay.
shirts. So does that have a little California vibe
I
to you?
mean, I guess, but that's from like what I was saying in the beginning of this episode, from like the late '60s, early '70s, like
These
that.
guys are from 2009.
I know.
So they're trying to, I guess, are they trying to bring it back? Are they a
I
bunch of frauds?
I too. But I just you know what I think the Kings of Leon, in my opinion, out of the bands that we talked about, they were the one. Well, Black Rebel, they kind of did it too. They wanted to kind of do some throwback. I mean, you see it. I think I even see it in like hip hop now. They want to go back to like some freaking gangster rap from like the late '80s, early '90s and stuff. I think, throughout music, there's been a lot of those bands, a lot of those artists who wanted to be like, oh yeah, I found this, and I want to go back and try to redo it and make it a little better. So, I mean, there you are.
I get that. It's every genre, like you said with rap. It's like that West Coast beat for some
Yeah,
reason comes in 2025 and they make it work, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
are we bringing it back or is it a one hit kind of thing? But these are bands that have been doing it, like Kings of Leon since '99.
yeah. And
So they've been trying to bring it back since that was a little closer, but they didn't really get. I kind of looked at like commercial success until like 2008.
Oh, yeah, that I mean that's almost a decade where they were freaking banging away.
And it was actually in the UK first
Dude,
before they came over here.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you brought it up because that was
That
like
was,
they were hugely popular in England, and also they came
yeah.
back to the United States and they're like, ah. And but these guys and everybody's like, who the heck are these guys? They're from the Carolinas or something like that. We never even heard
Yeah,
of them.
it was almost like a jealousy thing. It's like Kings of Leon started here and then went over there and they got popular there and they came back and they were like, oh, no, we like them. They're ours. And it's like a
Exactly.
jealousy thing. It's like, but they rip and they won 3 Grammys when they came back
I know.
after the UK. So it, I guess, but the UK, they kind of adopted that sound too, or not adopted, maybe that's the wrong word, but they love that sound over there too, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's so you've seen that kind of correlation across the Atlantic, like these bands like we talk about like we said earlier like the arena rock like Steppenwolf, it's an American band. Triumph, that's a Canadian band, and all these other bands from like the late 60s, early 70s came over and they were playing these arenas and these American bands kind of wanted to do the same thing. It amazes me like the sound that became like popular. I'd say probably over to like the last in my opinion popular to me like the last 10, 15 years or so, and it kind of fell off in like the mid to late 80s and 90s. That stuff didn't really happen anymore. Like metal came huge and all the rap music came huge, but then all of a sudden these melodic bands that would just, echo in these stadiums didn't really, I don't know, happen. Maybe Creed? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess in the 90s, yeah, the rock changed big time. It was either like grungy rock or kind of like sad boy rock, or I guess, you know. But it wasn't like stadium filling like Greta Van Fleet, like getting their voice out there type rock in the 90s
And it
or
was,
even the early 2000s, I guess. But yeah, I guess Creed kind of
but you were saying about
started.
2008 that Kings Leon became popular, and then I would agree with you about the last 10, 12, 10, 12 years. And to kind of tweak the subject a little bit, it was kind of interesting to me doing a little research on my own. Kings of Leon and Greta, I mean, they're almost all family members. Like
Yes.
it's like three brothers and a cousin, I think, in each band, which
Kings
like
of Leon, I mean, the four, they all have the same last name.
exactly.
So I guess he could still be cousin, but no, what's the other one's twins, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Greta's twin. And so yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Uh,
But it's the Greta's from probably a small town in Michigan.
yeah.
Hey, Midwest, what are you gonna do when you're just out there? You say, hey, you learn how to play that thing, you learn how to play this thing. I'll go scream in the barn. We got a band, baby. But they made it work.
But I mean, my question for you, as like so much younger than me, in my opinion, with these bands that we talked about from the Led Zeppelin episode, there is some sort of similarity here between Greta and Kings and Rival Sons and BRMFC and like Black Rebel. Like they're like, in my opinion, it's like they're rock bands, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with you on that. So like Greta Van Fleet, the first time I heard them, I honestly thought they were from the 80s. Honest to God, I thought it was an older band that like came back around and then I looked into it again and
They're like your age or a
um
little older than you.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
No, it's just they started what, 2012, 20
Yeah.
something like that. Crazy. So, but they mastered that sound and he actually went and studied Jimmy Page for a year
Yeah.
to just know how he like thought and sang and put lyrics to paper. He did that, and that's one. I guess that's one where it separates Greta from the other bands, and you can really hear it. Like Greta's a very different sound from these other guys,
So, all
these
right,
other bands.
it's funny. There was a rumor about Greta. Like, this is just me, and I've like read it online. There was a rumor about them that they wanted to duplicate like the Led Zeppelin sound, a specific band, and then they went on like a couple albums after that, and then they tweaked it a little bit, and they were doing more like 70s bands. And I mean, I could kind of hear it in like an album or two after that. But I mean, they were like the rumor was they were trying to do like Steppenwolf, like in '77 and '78, and what was the other one? Not Supertramp, but they were trying to duplicate, or according to folks online, they're like producers were saying, "All right, let's go make a sound that's similar to band X or Y and stuff like that." I never really saw that, especially when I saw them live, because they were, in my opinion, they were freaking amazing and
Yeah, I
such good
mean,
musicians.
yeah, everybody hits across the board.
Oh,
Like
and
from the vocals to the drums, everybody slaps. But there's there's just a different they have a different sound from this is going to sound very weird, but the only like current artist I can even closely relate to Greta sounding from the 80s, 70s is Benson Boone.
okay, that is an
It's weird as shit,
that is an
but
interesting take.
there's no sound like Greta Van Fleet and the set like coming out now. Does that make sense?
Okay,
Like I feel like Greta is such a unique band now.
and I think it's partially to do with the lead singers. He is such a high
That's
octave
it.
voice,
That's
man.
the missed or the lost art from the Led Zeppelin, the Rush, the all those type of bands where it's that high pitched kind of wailing. Not
Th-
even I don't know. It's so hard to describe what they
It
sound like, but it's just
it
been lost.
it kind of correlates, and I brought up a band earlier, Triumph, and they're from Canada, and Rush. They were also from Canada a little later than Triumph, and they came out of the whole arena rock, and they were very high octave singers, and it's very similar to Greta, and like all of their songs are like that. They kind of niche you that way.
Yeah, it's like the other name that I think of is Steven Tyler.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's very good. And they were arena rock. They were huge.
They were arena rock, but it's like who else? That's why the first pull out of my head for people on the radio today is Benson Boone, who has that ability to go high and wail. It's just nobody does. Maybe Fallout Boy,
To a
not
certain,
even not even him. Like
yeah,
it's just it's such an impressive. It's so impressive.
yeah,
I love it. I love their sound. I love Greta's sound. But Rival Sons is a
exactly.
they. Oh my God, they.
They and I'm going back to it to the third time during this episode. I sat there and they were opening up. They were the second opening band. My daughters and I saw Greta Van Fleet, and these guys opened up, and I was amazed by that big bass drive guitar forward, and then this guy starts freaking singing, and I'm like, oh, I was like, what is this? I
Yeah,
was amazed, and I sat there, and I this is probably the second time I was like, and no, I'm looking at my daughters, and I'm like, I'm like, who are these guys? Who the heck are they?
dude, do your worst as they're probably that song most related song, and it really it speaks to them. Like it starts with the just
Mm.
and
Yeah.
just going in, and then but it gets funky in the minute. Oh
Yeah,
my head. It's
yeah.
oh my God, they're
Have you
so good.
have you ever seen that video? Have you seen the video they made of that?
What, their music video?
That video of that song. Oh my. It's done in a church. It's like
Oh no.
it's like a revival. It's amazing. Yeah, it's really, really well done. I
No,
think the
but they are awesome. Like again, another band that just shines from top to bottom. Like again, the opening where it just really hits, and then he comes in, his voice takes over.
the one band that we haven't really talked about is Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, and I really wanted to bring it up to you because you were like researching them, and it sounded like to me, Zach, and I have a question for you. Like you didn't like them. Like
I
what the heck?
didn't, I didn't, but they got overshadowed in this group of bands.
Right.
Right. So we go from Led Zeppelin to Black Rebel, Greta, Rival Sons, Kings of Leon. Which one's going to get lost in there?
Oh
Probably Black. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So when I heard them compared to everybody else, at first I was just like, I don't know about these guys. Let me put them on the shelf or look into them. I don't know. But then I found a couple, Devil's Waiting kind of
Oh,
sounds like,
great song.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of sounds like that. Um, Stop again. That was a really good song. Um, fun fact, fun fact of the week. I
Go
got
ahead.
it. Here it is. It's in the Black Rebel. Donald Trump tried to use the cover of their God's Gonna Cut You Down, and he sent them a cease and desist via Instagram.
Oh, you saying BRMC sent him or
Yeah.
Donald?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. BRMC said fuck it.
Yeah.
So that was
So
kind of funny. Not
so
hey, I guess we're a politics comp.
so one of the reasons I brought it up is because I've mentioned a band in the past and like one of our past like 20 some episodes, the Call. And Michael Bean is the lead singer of The Call, and he is a huge political guy. And yeah, his song "The Walls Came Down" is one of my favorite. Dun, 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 dun. The walls came down, and and he it makes all the sense in the world if our listeners do a little research as to why BRMC sent Donald Trump the Instagram thing. But Michael Bean is the father of the lead singer and songwriter for Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. And The Call and BRMC are one of my favorite bands, and I could kind of care less about their politics, I don't, whatever. I just like their music.
Wait, Michael Bean, I thought he was the dad of Robert Bean.
Of Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, he died.
Who, Michael Bean or
The guy's dad. Robert
Michael?
Bean's dad.
Yeah, Michael Bean passed away in 2010.
Yeah. And he was I meant to actually, sorry. There was a lot of names thrown around there. We
I'm
were getting
sorry.
into politics, Donald Trump. There was only hey, really back in. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a funny story, but yeah, his dad was a sound tech or like a sound crew member and died like right after one of their shows.
Yeah. I
That
remember hearing about that. Yeah. It,
shit, man. I
but
mean, it's sad, but also got to go through all that stuff with his son, see him do his thing, and then, damn.
I mean, but the main reason I brought it up is like because you were like doing your research about Black Rebel, and then his father had one of my favorite songs when I was a kid. And the walls came down, ding, 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 ding. And I always liked that correlation. And then maybe we do an episode about that in the future about like, family members and children who created their own song, whether it be like or created their own bands and stuff like that. Because oh my gosh, I these are two bands, The Call and Black Rebel, I really really liked, and it's so funny that like there's a father and son correlation there. But
That is pretty cool.
yeah, regardless of the politics, that Zach brought that up for everybody who's listening, by the
Political guy.
way.
Don't call me Kid Rock.
Jesus. All right, getting weird. Zach,
hand up, my bad.
all right, final thoughts with, oh my gosh, I said hat, final hat. Final thoughts with your Fly Guys hat on, you bastard.
Oh man, what about the Flyers that
Uh,
beat Timmy's Penguins in a shootout last night?
okay, I'm just gonna do that for everybody who wants to see it. Five to
Anyway,
two, 5-2. Okay.
anyway, no, this was a all over the board episode.
Holy moly, but we had to
Just
do it. We had to do it, man.
lots of notes, lots of talking. I have two more things to say. Um, First of all, again, rest in peace, Pierre.
Gosh.
Peace, love, and rock and roll, my friend.
Yeah.
Till the day we die. Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Um, Here you go, Timmy. This is for you. I've had this shirt sitting in my closet for a while, and I'm just going to give it to you. It says, Old Dudes Rule.
It actually says old guys, but that's fine.
Old guys rule. There you go. So this is for you. It's got a little cool one on the front too. So I'm gonna give this to you next time I see you. But just remember, you're an old guy and you fucking rule, my guy.
Dude, Zach, thank you for your research today, man. I appreciate the heck out of
Yeah,
it, dude.
man. Here
You
we
know,
go. Keep it rolling.
and then we might have a duplicate guest on soon.
We have one of the Bald brothers back on.
Yeah, so he said he's available. So our listening audience, the dozen of you or so. Zach, thank you, buddy.
Here we go. Set up. Later, bud.